everybody, it's Molly with All Ears, and we are here today with a brand new video. We are here at the Magic Kingdom, the most popular park in all of Walt Disney World, in fact, in all of the world, and I am here to help you plan your perfect day at the Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to be sharing my tried and true tricks for planning, how to prioritize things, avoid long waits, and I'm going to help make sure that you have the best day you possibly can at this park. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to it. A huge question you have to ask yourself before you even come to the Magic Kingdom when you're planning is, when do you want to come to Walt Disney World? When are you going to go on vacation? There's a lot of different things to keep in mind. The crowds. It's always going to be less busy on a weekday than it is on the weekends. It's always going to be less busy in the fall, in the winter, mind Christmas, than it is in the summer. The holidays are always going to be some of the busiest times of the year, so you want to plan around that. Are you a family that wants to come at Christmas? Great, have fun. It's beautiful, it's absolutely wonderful, but it's going to be very, very crowded, and you're not going to be able to do as much as if you come in, say, mid-January. So you need to think about all of those things, and keep in mind when you're planning that you also look out for unofficial Disney holidays. Things like Dapper Day, Run Disney weekends, big events. We've got the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World coming up on October 1st. October is going to be very, very busy. So keep those things in mind when you're trying to figure out when you'd like to plan to come to Walt Disney World. That's the biggest thing you have to do before you can even get here, right? Now, before we get into the fun of being inside the Magic Kingdom, there's some work that you got to do at home before you even get here. You no longer can just show up to the Magic Kingdom and expect to have a great day, because you actually need a park reservation even to get in. This is something that happened when the parks reopened after the closure last year. It's a way to control the capacity, and they still are doing the park reservation system. To make a park pass reservation, you do already need to have a valid ticket, and then you're able to make a park pass reservation for as many days as on your ticket within your ticket window. If you're an annual pass holder, you can hold up to 3 at a time, and then once you use one, it'll fall off and you can make another one. Now, park pass availability is first come, first serve. So if you are booking a vacation, you are going to want to be checking your park pass availability as soon as you can, and make your park pass reservations for the entire length of your stay. Now, if you can't get a park pass reservation for a day that you want to go to a certain park, don't despair. Keep checking back. It does change. The inventory will get replenished as people cancel, as they adjust for different things. So don't despair. Keep checking. Keep looking back. Unfortunately, one thing I don't love is that in order to change your park pass, you have to cancel the one you have and then grab the next one. So you do risk losing the original park reservation, but if you're far enough out and you keep looking, hopefully you'll be able to secure the ones that you'd like. But you do need a park pass reservation even to enter the Magic Kingdom with valid admission, so make sure you're taking care of that before you even get here. A huge thing that I tell people to do is they need to have a list and an attack plan of everything that they'd like to do in each of the parks, particularly here at the Magic Kingdom, because there's so much to do. Watch All Ears videos, check the website, figure out your top priorities of snacks, of things to do, of rides that you want to do. Make a list and make sure you work on getting those things done, and anything else that you get to do is extra. It is not possible to do everything in this park and eat everything you want in this park in one day. It's just not going to happen. So make sure you have your expectations set. Make sure you know these are the 5 rides I absolutely must do. I absolutely must eat these 3 snacks, and I absolutely would love to see Mickey Mouse. Make that list and work on attacking those, and then anything else you get to do is just cherries on top of a fabulous day. A big question that we get all the time is, how do I get to the park early to rope drop? You're going to want to talk to your resort to confirm what time transportation starts, but if transportation starts at 7, I recommend being on the first thing at 7 if the park opens at 8 or whatever time it is. You're going to want to make sure you're on the first monorail, the first boat, the first bus, whatever transportation you're taking from your Disney resort here, that if you are using a rideshare, that you've called that rideshare, you've got them ready to go. And if you're driving, that you're sitting outside of the Transportation and Ticket Center an hour before the park opens, because you're going to have to wait for them to open it, get parked, get through the security, get through ticketing, the whole thing. You have to take the monorail over from the Transportation and Ticket Center. So whatever form of transportation you're using, I recommend getting to that location as early as possible. Be on the first form of transportation if you're using free Disney transportation, and get to the Transportation Ticket Center if you're driving an hour before the park opens. They might not let you in. They usually don't actually open the Transportation Ticket Center till about 45 minutes to an hour before the park opens, but you want to be in line. line. Another huge thing, should you rope drop the park? Now, if you haven't been to the Disney parks in a while, or you don't know what rope drop means, rope drop literally means getting here before open, because they literally will hold people off with ropes, they'll drop the ropes, and then people can go into the different lands throughout the park. I absolutely think that you should get here for rope drop. Getting here early in the morning, maybe not what you want to do. You may not want to get up at 6 o'clock on your vacation, but I promise, if you rope drop the Magic Kingdom, you are going to be able to knock out several big attractions before they get really long lines, before it gets really, really hot. I absolutely think you should rope drop. I rope drop all the time when I'm in the parks because it's just the best way to get on popular attractions without waiting in long lines. What should you rope drop? Now that goes back to your priority list. My two options that I often suggest to people, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Splash Mountain. Whichever one of those two is the most important to you. If you don't get to ride it when you're in the Magic Kingdom, you're going to be upset about, I suggest that be the one that you rope drop. One, those are two of the most popular attractions in all of Walt Disney World. They're going to get very, very long lines very quickly and stay that way throughout the day. And two, they're both outdoor attractions, meaning they will likely both close at some point during the day for inclement weather. We'll talk more about weather in a little bit. So when you get to the park, pick which one you're going to rope drop, work your way over there, and then right as the park opens, scoot directly towards one of those two attractions. I personally recommend Splash Mountain because there's more top tier attractions near Splash Mountain that you can also take advantage of in those early morning hours. Shocking to probably no one, especially not me. Shocking to no one, Splash Mountain did not open on time this morning. So what do I always say? If Splash Mountain doesn't open on time, hit the Jungle Cruise or Pirates of the Caribbean. These days I say Jungle Cruise because it's got a lot of popularity thanks to the film and thanks to the fact they're refurbishing the attraction. People want to see what's going on. It also has a slower load and unload than Pirates, so it's going to get a longer line throughout the day. So first up, Jungle Cruise today. Friendly mask reminder, masks are now required again in all queues and on all attractions, indoor and outdoor. You need to put it on as you're getting in the queue. You can't take it off till you get off of the attraction. Again, this is an outdoor attraction, outdoor queue. Still gotta wear those masks. So as always, be nice to the cast members that are enforcing these rules and just wear your mask. The Jungle Cruise is an opening day attraction here at Magic Kingdom as well as in Disneyland, inspired by Walt Disney's travels and his True Life Adventure series. But they are redoing it to theme more about SEA, which is the Society for Explorers and Adventurers that Indiana Jones is a part of, that the old members of the Adventurers Club were a part of. So slowly but surely they've been adding new scenes and taking out some other things to the attraction. So it's really, really fun. This is a family ride, no height requirement. You're gonna see mechanical animals and hear Skipper tell classic jokes. So along the Jungle Cruise now, you'll see little nods to Dr. A. Falls. That is, of course, Dr. Albert Falls, who the famous Schweitzer Falls are named after. He was a member of SEA, and you're going to see a lot of jokes to him in the story throughout the new version of the attraction. Unfortunately, no Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson animatronic has been added at this time.
Alright, well hi guys, welcome aboard the world famous Jungle Cruise. I'm Skipper Emily. I'll be your host here for the next 5 days and 10 romantic nights here in the jungle. So let's keep going, alright, down the Congo River. Now together we will find out just how far this boat can go. Get it? Yeah, the jokes just get worse from here, so buckle up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, they're just trashing the camp over there. And look at my Jeep, what they've done to it. Can you guys believe that? Painted it blue. Now over here we've got the African veldt. Now the African veldt is what holds up the African pants. It also holds some of my favorite animals, like these very rare African ducks, as well as these lions up here being just so sweet, watching over a sleeping zebra. Definitely how zebras sleep in the wild. Alright, now up ahead here we are approaching the most exciting and thrilling part of our journey in the jungle today, the moment you've all been waiting for, the reason why you're all here. Please give it up for the amazing wonder of the world, the beautiful and wonderful backside of water!
Yay!
So exciting! So glad you woke up at 5 a.m. for that, right?
Jungle Cruise. Check. I enjoy that attraction. I hear new jokes every single time. The skipper was like, look at what they've done to my Jeep. Painted it blue. And that got me good, because normally the joke is they got it to turn over. But Jungle Cruise already has a 25-minute wait, which is pretty long this early in the morning, especially considering Splash is still temporarily closed. Just about the only things longer are Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan, and Space Mountain. So Jungle Cruise is a great one to hit early. Keep an eye on Splash Mountain though. It's still not open yet, but when it does reopen, you're gonna wanna dash over there quick. So you're gonna wanna stay in the area, which means it's time to hit another one of my favorite attractions early, Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my all-time favorite attractions. My favorite ride in this park actually only has a 5-minute wait right now, which is great because it will still get up to a 45, 60-minute wait, so you don't wanna wait that long for Pirates. So Pirates of the Caribbean, despite what a lot of people think, is not an opening day attraction here. The Imagineers thought that we're in Florida, there's already kitschy pirate exhibits and things, so they're not going to put Pirates of the Caribbean here in Florida like they did in Disneyland in 1967. However, people had seen Pirates of the Caribbean on TV on the Wonderful World of Disney, and they demanded pirates come to the Magic Kingdom. So just 2 years later, they opened up this version, which, albeit, is not as good as the Disneyland version, but still an incredible attraction. It's got a little bit of thrill, but it's still a family ride. It's got that classic song, an absolute must-do in my opinion, and I'm very excited to ride it, especially without a wait. Pirates of the Caribbean, always a delight. I did get pretty wet though. I don't normally get that wet on that attraction, and I did not care for the amount of cannon fire that affected my dryness state, but no matter, because Splash Mountain is open and it's posted 25-minute wait, which means we gotta go over to Splash Mountain. This is one of my biggest tips, is to always try and rope top Splash Mountain if that's on your list, and then when it inevitably doesn't open, go ride Pirates of Jungle. Keep an eye on it on the My Disney Experience app, and then you'll be able to hopefully sneak on with little to no wait, because this attraction is so popular. It will hit 70, 90 minutes, and it'll stay somewhere around there pretty much all day long. So you will want to avoid that. Splash Mountain is the classic log flume attraction here, featuring the Brayers and Zippity Doodah. But of course, it's most known for this 50-foot drop down Chickapin Hill into the Briar Patch. It has a 40-inch height requirement, and you may get very wet, so prepare yourself. Splash Mountain, posted 35-minute wait, just about that. If you can time it right to either rope drop this attraction, is my number one suggestion, but if it doesn't open on time, which it likely will not, hit things nearby. Keep looking at that My Disney Experience app. If it says temporarily closed, it's obviously not open, but the minute you see a wait time populate, that means it's open again, and you can jump over here, which is why I say don't go too far. Don't go all the way to Space Mountain, don't go all the way to Mine Train. Stay around here, get on Jungle, get on Pirates, get on Thunder, and then come ride Splash. So not a very long wait. Now, getting off, it's got over a 60-minute wait, and it's gonna stay there all day long. So you do not wanna wait 60 minutes for Splash Mountain. You don't wanna wait 60 minutes for anything if you can avoid it. So if the first thing isn't for you, if you decide to go Mine Train first, the other best time to ride this attraction is very last at night. It's actually very cool at night because when you do the big drop, it's at night. You can see Cinderella Castle all lit up. So that's another great time to ride this one. And right next door to Splash Mountain, you've got Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Another great attraction, a must-do in my opinion. Only a posted 20-minute wait. This one stayed pretty low recently. It does have a 40-inch height requirement as well, and it's that Runaway Railroad coaster. This one stayed under 45 pretty much for the most part, so you can catch this one a lot lower, but since we're already right here next to Splash Mountain, it's a lot easier to do things in clumps when you're in a big group or got strollers, so we're doing Thunder next. Another great thing to do when you're planning which attractions that you'd like to ride in Walt Disney World is know how tall your kids are. Now there aren't as tall of height requirements here in the Magic Kingdom as there are in some of the other parks. The tallest height requirement is over at Space Mountain, which is 44 inches. And then you've got 40 inches here at Thunder as well as Splash. You've got 38 over at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and 32 over at the Barnstormer. But there is nothing worse than walking up to an attraction with your kid who's hyped to ride it only to find out they're not going to be tall enough. So know how tall your kids are before you go. Know the height requirements around all the parks. If they're not going to be able to ride something, don't even bring them up to that attraction, and know what's nearby that they could do instead. So if you've got kids that aren't tall enough to ride Thunder and Splash, but you've got other people in the party that want to, take your kids over to Pirates. Take them to the playground at the exit of Splash. Take them to the Country Bear Jamboree. Take them to do other things nearby, so that way they're not sad that everyone else gets to ride something they're not tall enough for. I promise you can save a big meltdown by knowing how tall your kids are before you get to the parks. Adore Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It is so much fun. It gives me the giggles every time I ride it. Just now 10 o'clock, we've already done 4 of the most popular attractions in the park. In fact, Splash has over an hour wait. Pirates has a 45-minute wait. Jungle Cruise has a 55-minute wait. The only things that are in the top 5 along with those are Space Mountain and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So this is why I tell you to rope drop. I know it's not fun to get up super early on your vacation, but the payoff can be big. And now we're going to reward ourselves for getting up so early. We are at the main entrance of the park. The train station looks the same. Don't worry about it. It's nothing to see here, friends. But we are leaving. That's right, friends. We're leaving the Magic Kingdom. Look at this craziness. This is one of my best tips when managing and planning a Magic Kingdom day. Plan yourself a couple hours not at the Magic Kingdom. I don't know for you if that means going back to your hotel to swim a little bit or take a nap. Some people don't want to go all the way back to their hotel. So what I suggest is plan a meal at one of the nearby resorts. I did a whole video on this where I went to Kona Cafe over at the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian Cafe over at the Grand Floridian, obviously. But take a boat, take a monorail, take your feets, walk to somewhere that's a little less chaotic, enjoy some air conditioning and a good meal, refresh, recharge, and then you can head back in for some fun. But we are going to a very special meal right now over at the Contemporary. What I love about going to the Contemporary for your little break is it is walking distance, as is the Grand Floridian. I guess technically the Polynesian is walkable too, but it's a much longer walk. But it's only about a 7-minute walk or so from the Magic Kingdom to the Contemporary. Or if you did want to take the resort monorail, it's your first stop. Easy peasy to get here and get that air conditioning and that fun little break that you want when you're at the Magic Kingdom in the summer. We are headed to have breakfast at the Wave. Well, kind of. So the Wave of American Flavors is a full-service restaurant here at the Contemporary located on the first floor. However, it's currently undergoing refurbishment, so it's a very fun thing for a limited time. They are serving the Waif Breakfast up at California Grill, which is the signature restaurant here at the Contemporary on top of the restaurant where you have this beautiful bird's eye view of the Magic Kingdom. So you're paying the Waif prices to have the California Grill view, and it's a great great place to escape and get a little air conditioning and have a really nice breakfast, late lunch, brunch, late breakfast, early lunch, brunch. They go to about 11, so get a 10:45 reservation. Perfect reward after getting there so early at rope drop. If you've never been up here, California Grill is again a signature restaurant at the Contemporary. It's typically open for dinner. They have done a brunch in the past. They're not running that now, but you get a stellar view of Magic Kingdom, which is why we're here. The beauty of this situation right now this is limited time running through mid-September while the resort goes under refurbishment. They are refurbishing the Contemporary to have kind of an Incredibles vibe. They're doing some IP overlay in the rooms, and they're completely redoing the Wave. But while the Wave is under refurbishment, you get to sit up here at California Grill with this incredible view, and you get to pay the Wave prices. Talking about the menu at the Wave, it's classic American breakfast with a little bit of a twist. So most of the platters are around $14 or so, maybe a little bit more. But you're going to have Mickey waffles, eggs, bacon, grits, breakfast potatoes, and then they have these amazing sweet potato pancakes that are coming very shortly to me, which I'm very excited about. Another thing very interesting about the options here at the Wave is they do have a refillable mimosa on their breakfast cocktails menu. They've also got some boozy coffees. They've got a premium mimosa. They've got Bloody Marys. They've got the breakfast cocktail situation, but they do have a refillable mimosa, which is a little bit more than the premium, but it uses a little bit less nice of bubbles, and you can have more than one. Now, they don't call it bottomless. You are still at Disney World. You cannot just come in here and order the refillable mimosa, but if you're the kind of person who's going to have a long breakfast and sit and you might like 2 drinks with it, you can get that. If you do the refillable mimosa, they've got orange juice, they've got cranberry juice, and they've got pineapple juice, and you can mix and match. So that's a unique offering here at the Wave / California Grill that you don't see everywhere. Breakfast is served. So this right here is called the American. It's just a simple breakfast platter. It comes with 2 eggs, any style you'd like. Your choice of protein. They've got sausage, they've got bacon, and then it does come with breakfast potatoes, but I asked them to swap out for their gooed up cheesy bacon grits. And then it also comes with a biscuit. And then not listed on the menu, but you can get them, is a side of their signature sweet potato pancakes. This comes with a honey pecan butter, which is absolutely fabulous. Also not listed, you can get a side of Mickey waffles. So just kind of a simple classic breakfast. You can also get a platter with these pancakes if you prefer that. They do have a bigger breakfast platter that has waffles. They've got omelets, and just a classic breakfast, but really, really well done, and I'm excited to dig in. Plus, look at this view. Does it get better? I'm so excited to eat these pancakes. These have been a staple at the Wave for a very long time, and the Wave prior to the closure had a very good breakfast buffet, so I always recommended coming to the Wave for a Magic Kingdom day. It's a great spot, but it's a little extra special now that it's up here. But I can't wait to see what they're doing with the refurbishing down there. These pancakes are so good. They're perfectly cooked, delicious, fluffy pancakes, but it's the fact that they have honey pecan butter on them. The only other better pancakes, maybe the macadamia nut ones over at the Polynesian, which guess what? Also on the monorail line, you could also use this hack to get those pancakes. Now a little bit of everything else. Just did scrambled eggs. Cooked well, delicious. I love eggs. So you can get them over easy. You can get them however your heart desires. Got a little sausage. I'm going to pour syrup on this breakfast platter, which I know stresses a lot of you out, but I'm dipping everything into syrup. So that's just how I roll at breakfast. Very good, simple pork sausage. No heat or anything. If you're not a heat person, don't worry. And then now the piece de resistance, the cheesy bacon grits. They're so smoky cheesy. Perfect grit consistency. They're creamy, but they're not too creamy. Again, just a classic breakfast, but very reasonably priced. And you get the view atop the Contemporary right now. Extra fun, extra special. Other restaurants I recommend doing this little hack at, taking your little break at. Here at the Contemporary, you can do Chef Mickey's. It's that character meal with the Fab Five, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. They have a really great brunch going on right now till noon. The characters don't come to your table right now, and it is family style, not buffet, but I had a fabulous experience when I went there when it reopened. We can link that food review for you. Over at the Polynesian, you could do Kona Cafe, which is a full-service restaurant there. You could also do Ohana. I've done reviews at both of those. We'll link those for you down in the bio or in the video as well. And over at the Grand Floridian, the Grand Floridian Cafe is an excellent, excellent spot. So I just really recommend taking a little bit of time, taking some air conditioning, reward yourself for getting up early to go to rope drop, and have a good meal outside the park, and then it'll be refreshed, relaxed, recharged, and ready to party back at Magic Kingdom. Now, one thing to keep in mind, the real perk of coming to California Grill at dinner is that you get to see the fireworks from up here. Even if you come to a 5 o'clock dinner, you can bring your receipt back that night and stand and watch the fireworks, which are later in the day. If you come to breakfast, that is not a perk. You do not get to bring your Waif receipt to California Grill and watch the fireworks from up here. So just keep that in mind, but definitely come out here and check out the incredible view of the Magic Kingdom. Had a delicious, we'll call it brunch. It was breakfast, but it was like a 10:45 reservation. So back at the Magic Kingdom, feeling a lot fuller, a lot more recharged, and excited to go back in and enjoy the park. Now, another little pro tip, always keep an eye out for whichever turnstile, whichever bag check. Look at all of them. People tend to go to the whatever line's right in front of them, but you can actually save yourself quite a bit of time at the main entrances of the parks or the Transportation and Ticket Center by just walking a little bit down. And you can often walk up to a turnstile or a security line without any wait. Look at this. Look at us go. Hello.
Have a nice collection.
Thank you so much. Perfect timing, because look who's here. You can actually see the set times now for the Dapper Dance, as well as the Main Street Philharmonic and the Magic Kingdom and all the other cavalcades throughout the parks. Before, when the parks first opened, it was completely at random, but now you can plan around the entertainment. Hello, Dans. Hello.
Let's sing a song. This one's going out for Anita. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. USA is the heart of America, the heartbeat of a holiday. And right down the street there is a fantasy land. I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA.
And now it's the very hot part of the day. You know, it's 12:30, 12:45. We're looking down the barrel of the hottest part of the day and the part of the busiest part of the day. So now you want to utilize what I have coined filler attractions. Now, filler attractions has nothing to do with how great they are as actual attractions. These are just attractions that typically don't have long lines that you can get through quickly, while some of your favorites still have really long lines. These are attractions such as the Mad Tea Party, the People Mover, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. So this is now when you want to do some of those kind of attractions that are great, they're fun, they're maybe not everyone's favorite attraction, but they're not going to get long lines like Splash Mountain has right now, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has right now, like Space Mountain has right now. So we are going to go do arguably the best filler attraction of them all. And maybe, just maybe, this one really might be your favorite ride in the park. The People Mover is a lovely, slow-moving attraction above the skyline of Tomorrowland. You're just gonna ride on a nice little vehicle and go on a little tour. You'll see a model of Walt Disney's original idea for Epcot. You'll get a great view of the castle. You'll get a great view of Tron, the coaster that's being built on. You go inside Space Mountain and Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. It's really just a very relaxing and enjoyable attraction. And it's a perfect filler attraction because the line's never that long, and it's a perfect post-lunch brunch attraction because it's nice and gentle. So People Mover had a posted 20-minute wait. I don't think it was even that. And it's a very, very busy day today. It's still the summer. Lots of things in the park have an hour or longer, so we love a nice people mover ride. Another thing you need to plan for when you are coming to Walt Disney World, especially during the summer, is the weather. The weather is wild here during the summer. It can go from a very, very hot 90-something degree day with 1,000,000% humidity to absolutely monsooning rain in seconds and back again. And you need to be prepared for that. Just know basically every day during the summer it's gonna rain at some point in the afternoon or early evening. That's just what's gonna happen. But it's usually not for very long. It comes through, it causes chaos, and then it's gone again. So a great thing you can do is that in that mid-afternoon time, you can plan to do some of your longer indoor attractions or your meal. That's a great time to plan if you didn't go out for breakfast like we did today. But a great thing you can do when you know it's gonna rain in the afternoon is this is when you can do some of the filler attractions that are theater shows inside. You've got Mickey's PhilharMagic, which we're in line for now, the Carousel of Progress, Enchanted Tiki Room, Country Bear Jamboree, Hall of Presidents. Those are all great attractions to hit in the mid-afternoon when those Florida thunderstorms happen. Also a good thing to do in the mid-afternoon though, this is when you can plan your dining. If you don't go out for a brunch meal like I did, this would be a great time mid-afternoon, would be a great time to plan your outside of the Magic Kingdom meal. Or this is a good time to mobile order, make sure you've got your food ready to go for the mid-afternoon rain. Avoid the rain, let it pass over you while you're inside riding an attraction or seeing a theater show, eating a meal, and then once you're done, hopefully the storm is too. Mickey's PhilharMagic is a very cute three-dimensional show, of course featuring Mickey and Donald Duck, and it features music from a lot of amazing classic Disney films such as The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, Peter Pan, Aladdin. It's really, really fun. It's very cute for the whole family, again in 3D, but it's a great attraction or a great theater show to beat the rain, beat the heat, and just relax in some AC for a few minutes. It's not really raining anymore, just kind of drizzling a little bit, but there is still thunder and lightning in the area. One thing to keep in mind when the inclement weather hits is that all the outdoor attractions are going to have to close because it's not safe for cast members or guests to ride and operate things such as Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Dumbo. So those things will close for the weather, which means two things. One, all the indoor attractions waits are going to skyrocket. Little Mermaid sits at a 75-minute wait right now because all the outdoor attractions are closed. But two, much like this morning when we were able to ride Splash quickly after it reopened from technical difficulties, if you can time it right, you can get in one of those lines pretty quickly after it reopens from the weather. We're going on a multi-part snack adventure. First stop, Friar's Nook here. This is where you can get those loaded buffalo chicken tots, those loaded hot dogs, all kinds of different things here. I actually love the loaded buffalo chicken tots, but more importantly, this is a pro tip. They do sell Joffrey's cold brew here, and you don't have to wait in line to get coffee. So that's stop number one. We're waiting for my mobile order to be ready, and we'll be good to go. Let's talk about mobile ordering just for a moment. It is a feature of the My Disney Experience app, and it's how most quick service restaurants in the Magic Kingdom are running. Now, usually they will have a cash register open, but it's a lot faster to do mobile order on the app. A little tip that you need to plan for, though, when you're coming to Magic Kingdom, especially if you want to eat at peak meal times or have a particular treat in mind that you'd like, you're going to want to plan this out early, order in advance. That way you're not waiting for a really long time to get your food. You want to have that all planned out. Some places close earlier than others, so make sure that when you're planning your day, you take a list of what snacks and treats you'd like to eat, know where those are, know if they take mobile order. Go ahead when you get in the park, guesstimate when you think you want to eat that, place that mobile order. If it comes up to be that time and you're not ready yet, you can always modify it to another return window. But don't always expect to be able to walk up to a restaurant and mobile order for that moment, because often there is not a window available for another hour or two. Target acquired here at the Friar's Nook. It's Joffrey's cold brew. They can add a couple flavors to it, but it's a lot faster to mobile order here or at Pinocchio's Village House or at Sleepy Hollow than it is to go to Starbucks or the Joffrey's kiosk. Snack half number 2, coming in hot from Gaston's Tavern. This is that adorably themed Beauty and the Beast little snack area where you can get the Master's Cupcake with the gray stuff on it. Try it, it's delicious. The LeFou Brew, or one of my favorite Magic Kingdom snacks, which we're gonna grab right now. And it's really cool in here, so we can enjoy a snack while the rain fizzles out. I love the theming in here. Of course, Gaston himself uses antlers in all of his decorating. He's got his portrait hung by the fire, even got his chair. Love the nod to Davy Crockett with the coonskin cap. But this is a really great spot, and the rain's just now clearing up, so we'll have a little snack and then be good to go out and party some more. Here is the massive Gaston's cinnamon roll. It's this gigantic cinnamon roll. It's so good and warm, and if you ask nicely, they'll give you extra icing for it. That plus this cold brew, I think, is making for a perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I'm gonna dip this in extra frosting. It's so good. It's fluffy and delicious. This is my favorite cinnamon roll in Disney World. I like this one better than the Big Mickey one. I just think it's warm and ooey and gooey and perfect, especially on a hot day. I'm sorry, on a rainy day like today. This is a great breakfast. It's huge, obviously shareable. A fabulous snack. And I'm gonna dip it in my cold brew because I'm wild, I guess. Look at that. A little dip. You gotta make time for snacks when you're in the Magic Kingdom, and again, it all goes back to that pre-planning. What snacks are important to you? You want this? You want spring rolls from the Garden Adventureland? You want a stuffed pretzel from Lunching Pad? You want corn dog nuggets? What do you want? Make sure you write those things down and prioritize getting those during your snack time. The rain has gone, at least for now, and all of the outdoor attractions are open again. The wait times are still pretty long. Again, it's a very busy summer day today. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train reopened with a 105-minute wait. So looking at things now, you want to continue utilizing those filler attractions. Anything under about 45 minutes at this point is a good choice. So many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Mad Tea Party, Dumbo, the Barnstormer, Tomorrowland Speedway, any of those theater shows. When a lot of things have a very long queue, one of the best choices you can make is Dumbo the Flying Elephant. That's because they have the coolest queue of all time if you're a little kid. So if you've got little ones with you, you're definitely going to want to come check out Dumbo when all else looks like a long line. This one will be well worth it. This right here is why Dumbo is the best queue for littles. When you get up to the front, they will give you a ticket like a restaurant pager. Your kids can run about and play in this very cool Dumbo and circus-themed playgrounds. Mom and Dad, you can sit in air conditioning, and when it's your turn to fly, this will buzz like a restaurant pager. So sitting for you, playing for kids, A+ Q. It's time to fly. My pager just went off. Hello. There you are. Thank you. Dumbo is that classic family attraction where you'll board Dumbo the Flying Elephant and use a lever to go up and down. If you know me, you know I'm very serious about which Dumbo I fly in. And it's the Clemson colored Dumbo, the orange and purple. There are two of them. One of them is out of commish. The other one is right here. Will I have to fight to get the Dumbo? We'll see what happens.
Mantengan sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Cuide a los pequeñitos.
What a great day. I was the last person to be let in, and somehow this one was waiting for me. I love Dumbo. I think it's an ultimate classic. It's definitely a must-do if you've got littles, and that amazing indoor air-conditioned play area for the queue. Great choice. But this is not necessarily an itinerary for the day. This is just planning, tips and tricks. Insert any filler attraction into the afternoon that you'd like. Another thing you have to plan when you are in Walt Disney World, next planning tip, entertainment. Now you may know that regular parades, regular meet and greets don't exist right now, and what they're doing instead are these character cavalcades, where a little short, like one float and a couple dancers and characters will dance down the street. Until very recently, they were completely random and the times were not shared. However, they are in fact sharing the times now, so you can check the My Disney Experience app and know what time to expect the characters. And there are 5 different cavalcades here at the Magic Kingdom. There's the Mickey and Friends, there is a Goofy cavalcade, there's the Magic Kingdom cavalcade, there's a Tinkerbell cavalcade, and there's the Princess cavalcade. Additionally, they've got the Dapper Dans, the Mickey's PhilharMagic, and the Winnie the Pooh characters do a little thing on the trolley on Main Street. Most of those cavalcades and entertainment offerings are now listed in the My Disney Experience app. Just go where the wait times normally are and then filter from wait times at the top to entertainment. You'll be able to see that. What I just saw is called the Rainy Day Cavalcade. It's when it's a little bit wet, so they can't do the full choreography or the full performance, but it's still safe enough for the characters to come out. It's really, really cute, and I enjoy the Rainy Day Cavalcade. But if characters are important to you, know that standard meet and greets, standard parades still are not happening. However, you can now plan part of your day, check those out before you get here, and figure out when you want to work in your character experiences. What's the best thing you can do while watching cavalcades? Snacks, obviously. It's time for another feeding. I know we just had a feeding, but what are you gonna do? You're at the Magic Kingdom. I personally love to grab myself a Dole Whip here at Aloha Isle. And then I like to come out and sit near Frontierland, near the Country Bear Jamboree, and watch the cavalcades. Another great choice, grab something from Casey's Corner or get a coffee from somewhere and sit on the hub grass, get yourself a pretzel. Just get a snack, basically, and enjoy the cavalcades. But it's a great, great addition to your planning abilities now that there are times in the My Disney Experience app for those cavalcades. Make sure to click I'm here, prepare my order as soon as you're ready, and put on those patient pants, because it can take a little bit of time for your order to get prepared, especially if you are eating or picking up something during a peak time of day. This is my favorite of the Dole Whips. It's the Cocoa Nut. You can get it plain or swirled with pineapple, or you can get it part of a float, which has pineapple juice and blue curacao syrup on it. Of course, they've also got your classic pineapple Dole Whip here, your vanilla pineapple swirl, your pineapple floats. Coconut Dole Whip is perfection. It's so good and creamy and coconutty and delicious, and it's truly one of my all-time favorite Walt Disney World snacks. It's the best. It's absolutely the best.
They can tell me how is this to stop?
Hi, Princess Jasmine. Hi, Ariel. Hi, Belle. In addition to the cavalcades, there are other characters that will come out and do like distance meet and greets, like our friends Chip and Dale right here. They are so cute in their cowboy gear. If you want more details on where all the characters are, and actually all 4 parks, I did a character challenge where I hit all 4 parks and saw as many characters as humanly possible in one day. These characters, hi Chip! These characters don't have set times. Hi Dale! But you can see them pop up from time to time, and in that video I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to spot different characters. But they usually pop out at the same place these days, and that's where you can find Chip and Dale. It's about 4:30 or so in the afternoon. It's still very, very crowded. Lots of things have 90+ minute waits, including Splash Mountain. Jungle Cruise has a 100-minute wait at this point. Pirates is at 40. So glad we did all of those this morning. The other longest waits are, of course, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, and Haunted Mansion. So basically what I'm saying is when you rope drop, you need to choose your weapon, basically. Go the side we went, or go Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, and Haunted Mansion. Those are kind of the 2 sets I feel like to best rope drop in the morning. But this is when you again want to use your app, figure out what the filler attractions look like. And for us right now, Small World's only 30, so it's time to go on into Small World. A delight, a must-do as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not a top must-do every time, but you got to do it at least once for the history and the nostalgia of Small World. So you know, the song gets stuck in your head, but you just gotta deal with that. Scooting over to Tomorrowland at this point to try and knock some of those attractions out. Space Mountain drops its weight a little bit, so I think I'm gonna go take advantage of that. It's also looking a little bit like rain again, so I'd love to be over by Carousel Progress in case that happens. So that's a 20-minute attraction inside, so that's always great. Additionally, we all know, as we just learned, if it does start to rain again, the indoor attractions lines are gonna shoot way up again. And I wanna try and get on Space Mountain before that happens. Space Mountain is at a 45-minute wait right now. It was at a 90-minute wait, a 75-minute wait, a 100-minute wait throughout the day. So we definitely will take a 45-minute wait at this fabulous indoor coaster through space. 44-inch height requirement. One of my favorite attractions in Walt Disney World. Another good one you could rope drop, though this has dropped lower than either Splash or Mine Train throughout the day. And it is going to stay open even in inclement weather. Even if that line's really long, it will be at least open. So I still suggest rope dropping with those other two, unless you literally don't care about either one. Then your next best choice is, of course, Space. Part of the reason Space's line has dropped a little bit, this time in the early evening, late afternoon, is a time when a lot of attractions will drop because people are either going back to their hotel to rest before fireworks, they've left to eat, etc., etc. So this can be a good time to knock out some big attractions. However, the way the wait times are working these days without Fast Pass, everything else is still pretty long. But you may get lucky with Space. The line now goes all the way past Cool Ship, basically all the way through Tomorrowland. So if you see a low wait time for a big attraction in the app, do not hesitate if possible and scoot over there as quickly as possible, because everybody's gonna see that low time and head there as well. So great times to look for low times. Again, dinner time, peak lunch time. During the fireworks, if you're not interested in fireworks, that's a great time to ride rides during parades when those are happening. Right after the rainstorm, sometimes you can jump in an outdoor attraction quick, as well as when they are coming back up from a technical difficulty like we did with Splash. Those are all great times to be ready and willing to jump in the line. But the best way to plan for that, you can't really plan exactly when, but you can keep an eye on the My Disney Experience app. Don't forget my tip, friends, when you are traveling alone, just let the first cast member you know, or the first cast member you see know, and you'll actually get to shave off about 5 to 10 minutes of the wait. So it'll be after this switchback right here. Additionally, I don't think it's gonna take a full 45 minutes to get up to the front of this attraction. I adore Space Mountain. Definitely a must-do on my list. It will drop a little bit like it did today, but make sure you watch it. Again, you can rope drop it if you want to guarantee that you're not going to wait a long time. But I do think you should drop one of the outdoor attractions, especially in the summer because of weather. Whew, but that one is so fun. Put it on your list if you're a roller coaster enthusiast. We're headed to get another snack right now. Kind of a meal, kind of a snack, depending on which way you look at it, you know? The snack/dinner I'm getting right now is from Casey's Corner, recently reopened here at the end of Main Street. And I went with a little bit earlier order because, as you can see, there's nobody in line right now. But as you can also see, they are taping down a queue. And it's going to get real busy real quick around peak dinner time, right before the fireworks. This place is going to be slammed. So this is why you got to always mobile order early. I'm waiting for my corn dog nuggets to be ready to go. My order was ready really quickly, and now I get to go eat delicious corn dog nuggets. Casey's Corner, I'm telling you, I've never seen this place so empty in my entire life, but if you're unfamiliar, it is the hot dog spot on the end of Main Street. They've got chili dogs, they've got hot dogs, they've got a very good plant-based dog if you are a plant-based eater. They've got some other things, but what they're known for are their corn dog nuggets. This very fancy theme park dinner, you've got the corn dog nugget meal. It comes with fries. I did upgrade the $1 to the delicious plastic cheese sauce and then added myself a Powerade because you know you got to get those electrolytes. But this is the iconic corn dog nuggets in action. Oh yeah. And you guys know I do not like hot dogs, but this is a treat. They're so delicious. I don't know why they're so delicious. They're fried in delicious golden batter, and then you got your plastic cheese sauce. They're a must-do. They're an icon, and like I said, this place is going to be swarming a few minutes before fireworks. So get your corn dog nuggets early. You can treat them as a meal. You can treat them as a snack, but they're definitely one of the most iconic and delicious, crunchy things that you can get in the Magic Kingdom. And again, I don't even like hot dogs, and I love these little guys. Finished a delicious meal of corn dog nuggets, one of the best. And now it's kind of dusk time, it's kind of evening time. There are still plenty of very long waits in the park. Mansion, Peter Pan's Flight, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, all Jungle Cruise, all over an hour. And then there's a lot of things that are like pretty medium length right now. Mad Tea Party, Carousel of Progress, the Prince Charming Regal Carousel, all under 20 minutes. You're about a 30-40 minute wait for things such as Little Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh. So things are definitely dropping as the evening progresses. So now's another great time to check out some of those filler attractions, which I'm going to do right now. One of my favorites, very underrated in my opinion, but a classic Disney attraction nonetheless. We are going to ride Prince Charming Regal Carousel. This is such a delightful attraction. It's just a carousel, it's simple. But you know what? Walt Disney dreamt up Disneyland while watching his little girls ride a carousel. So I love the carousel. It's definitely not a must ride for a lot of people, but it's got these beautiful hand-painted horses, plays different Disney songs, and there's a 15-minute wait. What's not to love? Now you may know that the horse with the gold ribbon in its tail is Cinderella's horse. I am not above fighting to get to that horse similar to the Dumbo I wanted. Luckily, I didn't have to fight for the Dumbo. Another child got the horse, and I decided, fine, they can have it this time. Isn't this charming? This is my horse. I have named her Frances, and she's a Regal's steed. She's a beautiful mare, and we are just enjoying our spin around the carousel. Checked off the carousel. 2 hours, a little over 2 hours till fireworks. Of course, that's a fabulous must-do when you are in the Magic Kingdom. So gonna keep rocking and rolling with some attractions. It's about 7 o'clock right now. This is also a great time to do some shopping because as soon as the fireworks are done, when the park's closed, the shopping stores, especially the Emporium, are gonna be so busy. It's gonna be really chaotic in there, but without package pickup, you also likely don't want to do too much shopping throughout the day because you're gonna have to carry around your packages. They're not doing hotel delivery service right now. So if you go around 7 or so before you go stake out your spot for the fireworks, you can pick out what you'd like. And then it's not like you have that long throughout the rest of the day to carry it. You probably just have it for fireworks, maybe something after. And it's not so much of an inconvenience as it would be if you went shopping around lunchtime. Decided to face my fears and head on Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. Despite the fact there's a giant Ursula animatronic, this is actually a fabulous dark ride and a great filler attraction. No height requirement. I love a classic Disney dark ride. I just got back from Disneyland where I loved all of the Fantasyland rides there. I just love getting in some kind of vehicle and riding through a Disney story brought to life around me, and that's exactly what this is. I will just warn you, there's a giant Ursula. But this is also an Omnimover attraction, meaning the vehicles never stop loading or unloading as long as nothing interferes. So it tends to be a very quick moving line, which makes it feel better. When all the lines are really long, I'd rather be in a quick moving line, wouldn't you? I always forget how cute Scuttle is. Hi, Scuttle! He's so cute. I love this animatronic. I've never noticed this nightmare part of the extended queue before, so that's cool, I guess.
Hey, minute, wait, Pooh. My story's not near as interesting as Ariel's. You know Ariel, the mermaid?
Under the Sea Journey at the Little Mermaid really is a cute attraction, and it's a great filler. I didn't care for the fact that my clamshell started slowing down as I entered the Ursula room. Those clamshells can be slowed down by the cast members if they need to load or unload a wheelchair party or someone that needs a little more time. And I didn't care for that. Timing, not on my side. Just a little bit until fireworks, or at least until I need to go stake out a spot for fireworks and get my fireworks snack. But we're gonna see if we can squeeze in one more attraction before that. Hopped in line for the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is another family ride here in Fantasyland. You're gonna climb into a honey pot and then go through the story of the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, as the name would suggest. I really think this is a very cute one. It's usually a pretty good filler ride. It's been hovering around 30-40 minutes all day today, so that's a great filler ride wait time, especially on a very busy day. But you get to bounce with Tigger, and you sail away under some water, and you get to see the Heffalumps and Woozles, and it's a really, really, really cute attraction. That took a little bit less than the posted 40-minute wait, so ready to have some fun on the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. With the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and now it's about an hour before fireworks, so I am headed to stake out a spot in the castle hub to get ready for the show. Gotta get a snack, obviously, and then it's fireworks time, which is the best part of the day at the Magic Kingdom. This is a look at what the crowds look like about 55 minutes before showtime. There are tape walkways. Make sure you observe those rules. Make sure you're inside the tape markers. The cast members have already told 10,000 other people they can't stand there, so just observe the tape markers. They're there for a reason. They're actually for safety exits in case of an emergency. So it's just observe those, find your spot. There are a lot of great spots to watch Happily Ever After. I personally like to be at the back of the castle hub so that you are behind the partner statue. You can see all the fireworks as well as the projections from Happily Ever After, but you are not so close up that you miss out anything, but you're not so far back. So I personally like to be behind the castle hub when I watch the fireworks. Now, about an hour before fireworks is a good time to rotate through your group to go get some snacks, bathroom breaks. The closer it gets to fireworks, the less likely it is that you're ever getting back to your friends and family, so make sure that you plan that accordingly as well. A great idea for a snack if you don't want to deal with the crowds around Main Street is to grab something from the confectionery or the confectionery if that's still open when you're here, such as a caramel apple or a Rice Krispie treat or something like that, that you can just keep in your bag and then not have to worry about it. You can get ice cream here at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which is one thing I like to do. You can go to an ice cream cart. There's all different things that you can do for your ice cream or your treat. I hopped in line here at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which does have a long line, but the cast member assured me we'd be done in plenty of time. He said that inside they have somebody taking their order, somebody ringing up, somebody dishing out ice cream. It splits into two different lines in there. So I've got about 45 minutes till the fireworks actually start. So we're good to go there. Another tip though, if you want to get something simple or classic that you can get at a cart, like a Mickey ice cream bar or popcorn or pretzel, try to go to a cart off Main Street. If you can make it into Tomorrowland or Adventureland or Liberty Square or something like that, you will likely have a much shorter line than the carts here at Main Street. So the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is your spot for hand-scooped ice cream in the Magic Kingdom. They've got classic flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, mint, chocolate chip, cookies and cream, no sugar added raspberry sorbet, fat-free, no sugar added chocolate vanilla swirl, and plant-based options. You can add peanut butter, hot fudge, caramel. You can get double scoops. You can ask for a single scoop. It's not listed there, but I promise you can ask for it. They also do some floats Sundays. It's fabulous. Target acquired. saw this on the opening night of Happily Ever After, and it's so good. Wow, that was worth. It's always worth getting a good spot to me for the fireworks. I don't care. You have to stand there for an hour. It's worth it to be able to see Tinkerbell in the projections, and you absolutely must see the show. Now here comes my next planning tip. This is an important one, friends. It's crowded, but you are gonna wanna fight the crowd the opposite direction, because every single person going the other way is going to the same bus, the same monorail, the same boat that you wanna go to. And if you're gonna wait in a 45-minute line for a monorail, why not wait in a line for an attraction you haven't done yet? Maybe one of those heavy hitters you didn't rope drop? That's where I'm headed now. Now you may know this, but as long as the park is still open, you can get in a queue up to the minute the park closes and still ride, even if it has an hour-long line. So if you would like to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and you don't get in line till 9:57, 3 minutes till the park closes, even if it has an 85-minute wait, you can absolutely ride that attraction. The park themselves is making the same announcement of the same advice I'm giving you right now. So after the Happily Ever After, grab a hold of your family, make a human chain, and hit a ride you haven't done yet. Splash Mountain's a great choice. It's temporarily closed right now, so I'm glad we did that one earlier. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The big rides I haven't done yet today that I would love to do, some combination of Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan's Flight, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I'm thinking Mansion and Mine Train. We'll see what happens, but I just looked at my Disney experience. The wait times are all significantly lower than they were throughout the day. Mansion has a posted 25-minute wait. So that's where I'm headed right now. Haunted Mansion is one of the most, if not, you know what, we're gonna say it, the most iconic attraction in Disney fandom. It is a cult favorite. There are 5 Haunted Mansions around the world. The first one was in Disneyland. This is, of course, the second one. This is a family attraction, on-Uber attraction, so it keeps moving consistently. What chokes up this attraction is the stretch room. That's why you'll see a lot longer lines than previously when the parks reopened. They weren't running the stretch room, and this one always had a very short line, but now with the stretch room back, it's got a long line again. But this is, again, a family attraction. There's no height requirement, but we're gonna hit you with another late night planning tip. Know your kids. Just because there's not a height requirement, or they may meet the height requirement, not every kid is gonna be comfortable and enjoy every ride. And you don't want to ruin your day because you take your kid on the Haunted Mansion and they're absolutely terrified, and that's the end of it. So make sure your kid knows, have them maybe watch some videos, watch some ride-throughs. We've got plenty on our channel to let them know, hey, this is what it's going to be like. Are you going to be cool? And there you go. Also, this feels like a walk-on, not 25 minutes, which is excellent. Haunted Mansion, perfect last attraction. Now, I do have a few more minutes before the park closes, so you could dash over to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which still has a posted 85-minute wait, but you are welcome to get into that queue up until the very last minute of the park being open. If you get there by 9:59, you get to ride, even though it's another 85-minute wait. So that's definitely a tip I recommend using at the Magic Kingdom and all parks, is those big ticket attractions you don't get to ride throughout the day, get into them late at night right before the park closes. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train still has an 85-minute wait, but like I said, if you wanted to get in line right now, you absolutely could. So save that as a tip. Do 1 or 2 more attractions after the fireworks, and you won't have to wait in quite as long of a line as you would prior. The other best thing about staying after fireworks to ride a ride or two, look how gorgeous this castle is right now. You can take absolutely gorgeous pictures on Main Street and beyond at night. Well, friends, we have had quite the day here at the Magic Kingdom. Let's recap some of those top tips. 1, make sure you have got all your pre-park reservations, park reservations, dining reservations, planning, your list of your must-dos before you get here. That's really, really important. Number 2, figure out what you're gonna rope drop. Are you gonna go left and go Adventureland and get Knockout Splash, Pirates, Jungle, Thunder, that area? Or are you gonna go straight through and go for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, and the Fantasyland attractions? Now, I will say the one thing I would have done differently today is instead of doing Big Thunder Mountain Railroad when I did in the morning, I would have done Mansion instead, because Thunder dropped a lot lower throughout the day than Mansion did, so maybe that's something you can adjust through my learnings. That's why we do these videos, of course. Make sure you're using that mobile order. Make sure you mobile order in advance for when you know what snacks you'd like to eat. Make sure you secure those spots. Try to eat off-peak meal times. That's a big one. You will avoid the long lines at the shops and the restaurants, and you'll be able to find a great place to sit. Utilize air-conditioned long restaurant visits, long attractions, those theater shows during the peak of the afternoon so you can avoid both the heat and that rain. Always pack your rain gear, and of course make sure you take a little time to get out of the Magic Kingdom for a few hours, whether that be go back to your hotel room for a nap and a swim, or go to one of these monorail resorts for a fabulous meal like we did at the Wave today. And of course make sure to stake your fireworks spot out, and then after fireworks make sure you don't try and leave right away, or you're going to wait in very, very long transportation lines and go down a very, very crowded Main Street. Instead, go hit one more attraction before the end of the day to end on a wonderful magic note. I hope you had fun following along today. I hope these tips are helpful. Let us know what other videos are going to be helpful for you as you're planning your Walt Disney World vacations down in the comments. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all social at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it has been so magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.